Morning. Morning. Remember, fifth grade, you're at about 9:20, sixth grade about 9:40. So nice to hear from you guys. But I'm reserving this for fourth graders at this time. All right, Bristol. Good morning. Again, we're going to take about 5 minutes. It's about 9:05. We're going to start. So just be patient, and we'll get going here when 9 o'clock starts. It's 8:56 right now, so we still have a little time. All right, hi, Jillian. Caden, remember, you don't have to be here until 9:40. This is just the fourth grade section until 9:20. So 9 to 9:20, fourth grade, 9:20 to 9:40, fifth grade, and 9:40 to 10 o'clock, sixth grade. Yep, I sent an email out as a reminder, I think yesterday. Jeremy and Tegan. Good morning, you two. Carson Brash, good morning. Luke, good morning. Kiara, good morning. I like how we're all just popping in here. I'll just talk to you guys that are here right now. I know I had it scheduled for today. Good morning, Cadence. I know on my sheet that I sent to you, I had scheduled. Yeah, I'm a little bit live early just to get the attendance out of the way. So I haven't started anything yet. Jess and Kellen, good morning. Oh, Jess, wait till 9:20. That's when we're doing the fifth graders. Kaylee, good. I'm glad you got in, Kaylee. I saw the email, and I was going to email you later. So great to have you in here, Kaylee. Raleigh, good morning. For those that just got here, we're going to wait until about 9:05 for attendance, and then we'll get started. But Blake, you don't have to be here until 9:20. I just want to talk about your project. You were scheduled to start your project today, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. I know some of you might be ahead, but we'll talk about that as we go along here today. And but again, I just want to get people on here so we can get going. No problem, Blake. No problem. 9:20 or so, we'll get the fifth graders in. Good morning, Lily Joe. We'll see how this goes today. If this works out, we may do this next week too at specific times. There's a lot less traffic on here if we do that. So I'll let you know in an email this week if we're going to do this. But this is a whole lot better talking to one group of people than another group. I think we will get started, and if more people come in, then I'll just keep marking them down. First of all, thank you. Keep sending work back. I know this is new for all of us, and some of you might be, what do I do? So I think most of you are figuring it out. We're still figuring it out from here. So just keep at it. Natalie, you guys aren't here until 9:20. Fifth graders are 9:20 to 9:40. So continue to send in work. Please get work done from the first 2 weeks. I just want to go over what you were supposed to have done or tried to complete this week. You had one summary, and that was for page 36 and 37. I got a few of yours. And then you were to do some questions on page 38. Hi, Serenity. And then you had a little quiz to do. So those are really the three things that you had: summary, questions, and the little quiz. Again, if you haven't done that, just try to do it today or this weekend. Now, with your project, some of you may have started already. I scheduled it for being started today. And I just want to talk about that a little bit. Next week, you do not have any book work. Yay! What I do want you to do is concentrate on your project. Now, here was the problem. I don't think we expected to get 8 inches of snow this week, so it might be a little tough to get started, simply because I think you need some dirt to put on your on the bottom of your box. These boxes. I guess you don't have to use it, but dirt is a good way to have things stick in there. And could be kind of hard to find dirt here today under a foot of snow. However, it is going to be nicer, and we are going to, you'll be able to work on it probably this weekend, at least to get the dirt in. And yeah, 5.5 inches of snow. That's crazy. But it will warm up. It will melt quickly. Pretty powerful sun. So next week, if you want to start your project next week, that is fine. That's what I want you to concentrate on. Again, I'm not going to do any book work with you at all. So just work on your project. One thing to do, if you cannot work on your project today, is maybe draw a little sketch of what you want to put in it. And I have something here to kind of show you a little bit. It's kind of a blueprint of your project, and it looks something like this. Hopefully you can all see, but it does give you kind of a rendering of where you want to put things, and some pictures on that panel. So you might want to draw a little sketch, a little blueprint of what you want to put and where you want to put things on your project. So I just did this very quickly here last night, and so now I know where I want to put things on my project. Some of you may not have been able to look at the project that I gave you as an example. I know that might be a little hard to see, but that's kind of the idea. Remember, we do not need the trifold. We do not need the 3 spaces. Pointing at it right here. We don't need these 3, 1, 2. We don't need those side pieces right there. We need a middle panel, and that's where you put at least 4 pictures. You can put more than that on there. I also, and I have to get up, my smartboard still doesn't work. My 5th graders know that. I just wanted to show you one other one. Now, this is really not a habitat, but here's another example of a project that somebody did. And I believe they just used, and this is not North Dakota, okay? So, but again, I just wanted to show you an example. They used, I believe, clay or Play-Doh for the base. Again, you don't have to do that, and I'm not expecting you guys to go out and purchase anything. Again, you can use dirt for that. But again, I think the green was just simply moss that was bought. Again, you don't have to use that. You can make all of your things out of cardboard if you want to. Kira asked, can we use fake flowers? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. Before I take questions, Jillian asked, can we have the 3 panels? Yes, you absolutely can. I'm only looking for 1, but if you want to go that extra mile and use 3, absolutely you can. Before I take any more questions, if you've not gotten a box like this, thanks to Carrie Iwan, she brought down some boxes. They're sitting in the school. So at pickup and drop off on Monday, if you want to come up and pick up a box, you can. There's not a lot of them. I believe there's like 13 or 14. So you can absolutely come and pick up one of those boxes. If not, check the bins down by the grocery store and down by the city office, and they should have some. Also, you can email me anytime you want. You should all have my email address. If you have questions, please email me. I was taking emails or questions, not last night, a couple nights ago at 8 o'clock. Usually I shut my computer down about 9 o'clock, but and I usually answer you guys within 15 minutes. Most of the time I answer you right away. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. This is tough. We're all working on this, and you know, it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. Okay, so don't feel like you're bothering me at all. That's what I'm here for. If you have any questions, okay, so please email me. Now, speaking of questions, I'm just going to take a look at my screen and ask and try to answer any questions. I'm going to go up here. Kaylee is asking, could we use real wire? Sure. Yep. Absolutely, you can. Fake flowers. Yes, you can use fake flowers. You can use all 3 panels if you have a trifold. And the panels, again, we're talking about 1, 2, 3. I'm just asking for 1. If you want to do 3, you certainly can. Can you use a shoebox? Yeah, it's got to be a pretty good size shoebox, you know, not just a little tiny one. Okay, you want it decent size. You know, I'm not going to give you the dimensions, but good size where you're able to put several things in there. I see Jana. Jana. Good morning, Jana. So any other questions? Do you guys know what you're doing? Can we put animals in it? Yes, one of the requirements was to put, I believe I said, put at least 2 animals in it. At least that means the minimum of 2. You can put more in there, as I did on mine right here. And again, animals, I'm talking about animals from North Dakota or in North Dakota. So don't put a rhinoceros or a giraffe in your habitat. This one right down here, I believe I wrote down right here an elk. So think about some of the things that you read about, some of the animals you read about in the last section that we covered from 23 to page 38. It's got several animals in there that you can put in. So yes, 2 animals for sure. You can have more. Can you use wood for the bottom? Yes, you can use anything you want in the bottom. The only reason I said dirt is because when you put things down or on top of the dirt, usually the things will stick. Like if you're making cardboard trees, or as somebody mentioned, fake trees, that'll stick right in the dirt. So that's why I mentioned to use dirt on that. But you can use anything you want for that. Kaylee, can we put like a combine in it? Oh, you are doing, for what you're doing, yes. For what you are doing, yes, you can. Okay, please, if you don't have any questions for me, you guys can go. But I don't want you to chat with other people because some people might have some questions to do. One thing for those that if you do leave, we are going to go, you guys, Monday at 9 o'clock. I'll be here a little early if you want to check in a little bit early for attendance. But we'll do the same time for you guys. So I'm going to hold on for about 7 minutes for any questions, and then I got to get going with the 5th graders. That's okay, Carson. I just, that's all right. No problem. So it sounds like everybody who is here or who has been with me understands. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of questions. So Miss Madsen is in here, so I'm going to take a question from her. She was supposed to. I don't think so because I haven't heard anything. Okay. Did you get the email? You got the email from Serenity though, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I know. Okay. I'll double check with Matt. I suppose we have to kind of check on who needs folders. I kind of have a list. Do you? Okay. I should be done here by 10. Okay. So. Jillian, what can we put on the back board? Okay, as I showed you here, and I just put some examples. The state flower. I can't read backwards. Flower, a map, flag, the state bird, facts about your state, anything that has to do with North Dakota. And again, if you can print it off, and I'm not asking you to print pictures off, you can freehand or draw pictures. That is fine. And then make sure when you do this, like say you did the bird of North Dakota, you would put the picture here. You would label what it is and why you put it on there. Well, I put that on there because it's the state bird of North Dakota. So that's what you would put for that. Okay. Ashley's gone. No, fifth grade starts in about 4 or 5 minutes. So not quite yet. I'm still talking to the fourth graders a little bit, those that are still here. But you can stick around because I think most of their questions were answered. So we may start here in just a little bit. But I'm waiting till about 9:20 or so. See you, Jillian. Thanks, Riley. You have a good day too. You have a good day, Carson. Thanks. See you, fourth grade. I'm not getting any more questions, so I am going to start with the fifth grade. Okay, I'll start taking attendance for the fifth graders. I see Gabe is here. Good morning, Gabe. Is Olivia and Sam still here? And Weston? Hi, Jess. Charlie? So I got Gabe, Jesselyn, Charlie, Weston. Again, we're going to take about 5 minutes just to do this, and then we'll get started. So be patient. Don't leave because there's some information I need to tell you. So don't leave. And please don't type any messages because I need to find out who is here and who is not. Chloe, good morning. Okay, thank you. Tanner, good morning. Again, if you guys are just getting here, just be patient. Do not leave. Ava is back. Good. Good morning, Ava. Gabe, not quite yet. We'll get to your questions after we do this, but you certainly can ask a question here in just a little bit. Good morning, Dory. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning, Zoe. We probably would have been a couple hours late if not having school today after this terrible white stuff came down. Good morning, Matthew and Noah. Again, don't just check in and leave because I do have some information for everybody. Again, we're going to go until about 9:40, so about 20 minutes. If we end at 9:40 today, and you still have questions, I can stick around after the sixth grade to answer any of your questions for a little bit too. I have to leave for about 1 minute because I have to check with Miss Madsen on something. Please don't leave. I will be right back. I'm going to start in about a minute. See, Ella let me know she couldn't get on. Sometimes it just doesn't let us. All right, good morning, fifth grade. All right, Gabri is here. Something was happening. So, all right. Your booklet. I asked you to have your booklet with you right now. And I would like you to let me know, first of all, how many pages you are done. You should be up in that 12 to 14 range. Okay, no more comments, please. You should be up in that 12 and to 14 page range. Good morning. So I want you to count how many pages you have done. Please do not turn in your booklet until you are completely done with it. Some people turned in it like halfway done, and they'll, I would just want it when we are all done. So please check. Put your name in and how many pages you are done with. All right, Gabri, thank you. Matthew and Noah, thank you. I'm writing this down so I know. Good. Zoe, 13. Thank you, Dory. Thank you, Ava. Thank you, Gabe. Natalie is here. Excuse me, what? One packet for, is that for, who? Olivia Russell. One packet. I think she has a device. Okay, so do you have any? I'm wondering about Emma. Okay. This is my big thing. I'll leave this here for right now. But... Okay. Okay. Natalie, what we're doing is we're going through how many pages you have completed on your booklet. Sam and Olivia are here. Again, Sam, Olivia, we're going through how many pages in your packet you have completed. Weston, thank you. Jesselyn, thank you. Charlie, thank you. Mr. Webb just came in.
We online.
Fifth graders right now.
Hi, fifth grade.
They can't comment. Maddox is here. Thank you, Maddox. Again, we are going through how many pages you have completed. Charlie, 12 plus. Good. Chloe, thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Sam. Tanner, thank you. Okay, as you are continuing to do that, there was a couple people had a question on the education page right here. Okay, thank you, Sam. Question, are we supposed to color yet? Sure, yes, you can color. Thank you, Maddox. This education page right here, what we had done in the past, because we had been doing some of this in class, and so I helped that way. We had used this book. It's called an almanac, and we could find all this information in the almanac on education. If you're having trouble with that page, I just want to show you. Uh-oh, my smartboard went out. I want to show you what you could type in. It is, if you would type in public education in and then put your state and then Ballotpedia, it gives you quite a lot of information on education in your state. Some of this information on your state, you really just have to dig. But I know the education one was kind of a tough one for some people, so I thought I'd help you out on that one. So again, if you type in public education in North Dakota, Ballotpedia, the education should come up. That should help you out quite a bit. For next week now, we have to get our social studies books. Now, I'm sorry that you don't have your books right now, but who knew how long this would take? The social studies books were pulled out of your lockers, so you weren't able to get those. But there are 40 states right now that have a stay-at-home policy, and so who knows, if that happens to us, we're going to need our book. So Monday, during that drop-off and pickup time, if you could come and get your books, that would be great. There's one thing we were going to do in our book next week. So we really need our books, okay? From that, Charlie, do we have to list colleges and universities in your state? I would list about 10 of them. Yes. I think all states have at least 10 colleges in there. So I would list that, yes. No, Sam, don't leave, or Olivia, do not leave yet until I am completely done with this. Okay, so we got to get books. Thank you, Caitlin. And then I think what we will do on Monday is we will do at this same time, about 9:20 or so. All right, Blake, I got you that you're here. I'm looking for how many pages you have done in your booklet, Blake. So I think we'll go at 9:20 again on Monday. Here's the big thing, guys and ladies. If you guys have any questions on anything, Please feel free to email me anytime. Well, not anytime, not 2 in the morning, but I usually shut my computer down about 9 o'clock. But I will usually answer your question. Thank you, Blake. I will usually answer your questions within 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll be busy doing something and I can't. Like right now, I have 5 emails, but I can't answer them right now. But I will always answer you in a proper amount of time. So don't feel like you're bothering me. That's what I'm here for. If you have questions on anything, there were a couple people that emailed me 3, 4 times yesterday, and I tried to answer their questions. And so please do that. So that's really all I have. If Gabri, for the education page, the question that says pupils per teacher, do they mean public schools or private? Public schools. And if you go to that website I just talked about, it'll give you a ratio of how many students per teacher. It might say like 25:1, meaning there's one teacher for every 25 kids. So you should find it in that page right there. All right, Blake, thank you. The booklet is due, I'm looking at the 13th. I think it is next Wednesday. So again, you're going to get most of the week next week. Again, I'm not trying to bog you guys down with work. I did send some supplementary work you all should have received. If you want to do a couple things out of that supplemental work. I think one was, well, you can read it. I also sent you something that we were going to do. I was going to send you today, and it was a treasure hunt. And I'm not going to send that today. I don't want you trudging through the snow. I'm going to probably send it next week. It's just something for you to get out with mom and dad and go find something. I have something that's hidden in a place, and so I'm going to send you clues on how to find that. And so, but I'll send that next week. Zoe, what if we're not done with the packet by then? Try to get really close, because there's another step that we are going to take with this. So again, if you did a page a day, or if you do a page a day, you should be done by the 13th. Some of those pages are really easy. I think one of them was location of the state, where you had to color your state blue and label the states that border it. That probably could take you a minute. And then, some will take a little bit longer. But I gave this to you on March 26th. And if we go to the 13th, that's 22 days. So that's why I said a page a day. So I would really like it done by the 13th. Now, how we're going to turn that in, that's another story that we'll figure that out when it comes. Natalie, how many pages should we have by now? I would say in that 13 to 14 page range right now. On what page were we supposed to label all the states? There are no pages where you label all the states. There is one page that says the location of your state, and I will show you that. That is this one right there. And the directions tell you to color your state that you are doing blue and label the states that border it. You do not have to label all states. The table of contents, Blake, good question. The table of contents is something that you do when you are completely done with the booklet. So we will cross that bridge when we get there. Okay? Yep, Zoe, you are correct. Okay, that person that labeled all the states, erase, because you just want to label the states that border it. Natalie, can we? I'm assuming you're saying, can we label all the states if we want to? I suppose you can, but I tell you what, you've got to make sure then you do another color, another like a colored pencil. You label the states that border it. That's got to be another color because I want to know the states that border it. Cami, we're going to start with you guys in about 5 minutes. So you can just hang on and then recheck in with me. Okay. Again, a couple reminders now. Your new assignment for next week will be coming out. Any specific colored? No. When you label the states that border it, it doesn't matter the color. Just make sure you color your state blue. What does the state seal mean? Blake asks. Let me show you what that is. So while I'm finding that, next week, again, basically you are working on your project. There's one thing we're going to do out of our book, so that's why we need our book. Blake, this is what the state seal is. Every state has a seal. This one happens to be California. So you should be able to find that no problem on the internet. If your state is North Dakota, you just type in North Dakota state seal, and you should find it. You should be able to find that. Hopefully that answers your questions. Is it like a stamp, the seal? Yeah, it kind of is. It just kind of represents the state. Tell your dad happy birthday, Chloe. All right, anybody else? Again, those that came in late, if you have questions, please email me. Zoe, that's fine. That's okay. It doesn't have to fit right in the circle. Zoe said, I printed my seal and it was a little big. Sorry. That's okay. It's not going to fit perfectly. If it's a little smaller than the circle, that's fine. If it's a little bigger, that's okay too. All right. Greta, we're going to start in just about 3 or 4 minutes. Again, I can hang around a little bit after the 6th grade if you have any more questions. So, but it's about time that we stop with this. So, again, email me with any questions and please keep working on your project. Either Sam or Livia said I drew my state seal. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. All right, I'm going to close my door and I'm going to get ready for the 6th graders. Bye, 5th grade. I will hopefully talk to you guys soon. Bye. All right, 6th grade. If you are here, type your name in so I know. So I know who is here. I see Greta. I see Morgan. I see Kaden. And please don't just check in and leave because I do have some information for you at the end. Dominic, Cami, Karina, Winter. Again, please do not leave once you've checked in. And also, please don't write any messages right now so we can get the people that are coming in. Otherwise, it kind of bogs the system down a little bit. Carson, good morning. It is exactly 9:40 right now, so I'm going to wait till about 9:43 just to see what people uh, come on in, and then we'll talk about this past week and the week coming up. Maybe go over your poster a little bit. Not quite yet, Greta. Let me go through some things first, and then I'll let you ask questions at the end. What I might go over, or what I go over, might answer your question. So, but you certainly can ask questions when I'm done here. I got to get my smart board ready. Anybody do a lot of shoveling today like I did? I was up at 6 o'clock shoveling this morning. Good morning, Wyatt. Please stay on, Wyatt. Don't leave. What do you mean, Morgan? Mom is going to make us shovel later. I think you should go up to mom and say, "Mom, can I shovel, please?" Just to make you happy. She shouldn't have to tell you. You should just volunteer for that. Okay, I'll keep counts towards gym. Yeah, it sure does. It is physical work, that is for sure. Okay, I want to start, and then if more people come in, hopefully they'll just type their names in like I had asked them to do. Just want to go over this past week with you guys. You were to have done a summary of a couple summaries of a page, a couple pages, one on the Aztecs, and then another one, 113 to 117. I got a lot of people that sent theirs in. Please keep up with your work and send it in. I don't want to. I'm not trying to overload you guys with work. And then there's the unit review and test prep on 126 and 127. Again, some people did send that in, but those were your assignments. The posters now. The poster board I had showed you last week. It is 28 by 22. There were some here at the school. I know a lot of you picked it up. If you didn't pick it up, it will be at the school on Monday. They're free. You do not have to pay for that. But you need to do it on that poster board. And once again, I'm going to explain it one more time. You guys research or find a ancient structure and draw it on your tag board. If you can see behind me is kind of an example. This is the Roman Colosseum, and it's a drawn picture, and you see how nice and straight the lines are. I'm giving you all next week. You have one thing to do for me next week that concerns your book, and that is the test or quiz from the area that we covered. And I'll give you the page numbers on that this week when I send you that. It is an open book test or quiz, and you're going to do that sometime next week. I don't care if you do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't care. It's just got to be sometime next week. The rest of the week, I want you to concentrate on doing your drawing. So as you notice up here, it's got it titled at the top. It's got the picture here. I did mention labeling. Now, you don't have to label everything on these things. It's just if there are certain things on your picture that we wouldn't know what they are, label what they are. This right here, I wouldn't need a label at all because these are archways right here, big deal. So if you have the title and the picture drawn, that's good enough, I believe. And make sure it is as large as the poster. I'm getting a glare here. Sorry about that. Don't just make it this big. Okay, this is rather large. I have to use my cursor to move my smartboard down. So 1 second. I got another one. This is another structure, the Greek Parthenon. That was drawn and titled, again, Roman, Greek, any of the ancient cultures that we have talked about, Egypt. So think of the pyramids. I showed you the Colosseum, the Parthenon. Couple things you guys can do to maybe research it a little bit is you could go into YouTube, how to draw ancient structures. Or if you go into YouTube, how to draw the Parthenon. They give you a little tutorial on how to draw several ancient structures. So that might be a source that you guys could use to help you draw these things. I'm going to make this poster due on the 15th of April. I believe that is next Friday. You have all of next week and half of the week after. It's on a Wednesday. So really, mainly what you're concentrating is on your poster. And again, when we are done with your poster, we are then going to do a three-dimensional model of whatever you created. Now, some of you will say, well, then I'm going to do something really, really easy. No. Again, I'm not going to overload you with work. I want you to concentrate and do well on this. I will give you some web pages that you can take a look at where kids have done these structures and they've used some really cool items to do that. So make sure that you are getting your work completed and sent to me, and work on your poster. As I told the 4th and 5th grade, if you have a question at any time, you can email me. Usually I answer questions pretty quickly, but that's what I'm here for. I know I'm not here in person, but you can email me. I think everybody has my email address. So please ask if you have any questions. Don't be shy with that. I will not get upset if you email me 6, 7, 8, 10 times. There was a 6th grader yesterday. I'm not going to say who, but this 6th grader emailed me probably 5, 6 times and asked me some questions. And I tried to answer as best as I could. So I'm not going to get upset. I want you to do well. And I know this is all really new for all of us. Okay. So your new assignments will be coming out either Sunday or Monday morning, but basically you're just concentrating on your posters. Now, with that being said, if you have any questions, I will take your questions at this time. If not, you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you later. We will probably do the same thing on Monday, 9:40. This is much easier to talk to one group instead of having 75 people. So 9:40 on Monday morning. Those that are leaving, have a good weekend, and we'll see you. Those of you staying, if you have any questions, I'm going to be here for about 10 more minutes. So ask away. If you're leaving, just you can leave or you can say goodbye, whatever. Greta, how big does it have to be? Are you talking about the drawing? The drawing, if you're talking about the drawing, it should be, let me grab the poster. It should be almost the size of this poster. It should be rather large. I don't want a small little picture in here. Cover up this poster. Just make sure you leave room for the title on the top. Okay, good question. Karina, how do you send your homework? If you can snap a picture and then send it in an email, then I can get it that way. Morgan, last week you said to keep the summary in our notebooks. Should we email those to you? And are they late if we didn't send them last week? Late? No. No way, Jose. No. If you want to email me those, you certainly can, Morgan. And no, they will not be late. I have a tab where I just get your emails, your assignments. I put it into that folder, and then I just go through the assignments that I have. No, they will definitely not be late. We understand the situation, and so it's not late, Morgan. Good question. Do you have to color your pictures? Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm giving you quite a bit of time. So sorry, you do have to color it. Caden, what if you get as close to the whole page as you can, but there are still, what? I'm not, Caden, you don't have to fill up every single corner here. You know what I mean? I'm saying, okay, so here's your poster. Okay, it just should be filled up. Most of the posters should be filled up. You know, if you were here in person, I could show you a little bit better, but no, I mean, you obviously will have some spots here. I just want this thing, I want it big, okay? I want it big. I guess I don't really know how else to explain it other than make it big, okay? I hope that answers that, Caden. Greta, yes, you certainly can do that because that is an ancient structure. You're welcome, Caden. See ya. Okay, I'm going to go about 5 more minutes. So if you are ready to leave, you guys have a great weekend. Bye, Cammie. Morgan, make sure you shovel later. You're welcome, Greta. Hi, either Kiera or Dominic. Or is it Justina? Thanks, Morgan. You too. You guys all stay safe. Bye. Greta, okay. How much detail do we need? Make it detailed. Okay, I do need detail. You know, you're getting a lot of time on this. Try to make it as detailed as possible. You know, this picture right here has got quite a bit of detail. Just, you know, do the best you can on it, Greta. Really, to be honest, we do need some detail, but do the best you can. Okay. Bye, Winter. I am still here. I'm answering emails as we're doing this. So again, I'm going to stay on for just a little bit longer. Kind of. I'm kind of doing two things at once. I'm still on live, but I had like emails from kids that couldn't get in, of course. Here's Emma. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave. You guys all have a great weekend. Goodbye.